Today's a fun day. A lot of people have been asking about it. You've been seeing it. Blueprint time.
Yeah.
King's new blueprint. We got the Blueprint S
And the T.
and the T. So the S is the more player-friendly.
Yep.
It's more forgiving, but we're talking this is generally going to be for lower handicap players.
Yeah, you know what's funny though? I fit a guy the other day into it who's a 20 handicap. He flushed him. And again, I know, same here. I thought the exact same thing, but I kind of used him as a guinea pig. And it's more forgiving than it looks.
Yeah.
It really is. So.
Anyway, in it, we have Dynamic Gold 120
X1.
I will smack it, and let's see what we get.
Let's check it out. Wow, did that ever launch high? That was good.
Yeah, I shut it a bit, but
Yeah, it was good.
okay.
Launched nice and high for you. It was good.
Launched. I do like the high launch. It didn't spin a ton. Let me give you a better strike. That was just the first one.
Yeah, and we'll see kind of what they do. From what I saw, they're not a massively spinny iron.
Okay.
So we'll see kind of when you hit a couple here.
All right.
Good swing.
That was maybe a hair out on the toe and still felt very solid.
Yeah, still good results there.
Am I right? A little bit on the toe?
You are correct. So
Yeah.
and it spun a little bit more there. So we lost a little bit of carry, a little bit of total.
Yeah, they're good. Any of these irons, I'm always going to say are generally pretty good because there's not a ton of tech compared to like some of the bigger stuff. There is a lot of forgiveness packed into a small head.
Yeah.
So the tungsten weight in the toe definitely gives you a little bit more forgiveness, a little more stability.
Yeah,
also likely makes it a little less draw bias,
Yeah,
right? If
for
you got
sure.
more weight
And
on
they're
the toe,
also,
which I like.
Yeah, they're 33-degree lofted, so they're pretty traditional when it comes to loft. So it's not like they're a 29 or 30-degree lofted head. So they're pretty traditional. That sounded really solid.
Yeah, I gave that one a bit more speed
123 ball. That's good. That's solid.
and just a hair open. They're good.
They're good, man. I know. And I mean, like, again, if you guys can see that strike location too, this kind of shows forgiveness levels. Whoops. That was a little bit on the toe. So
that one actually felt pretty solid.
good
So.
efficiency for something
All
on
right.
the toe. Spin was at 6,200, which is good. We know that a little fade with a little bit more toe strike is going to be like that.
So that was shut.
Yeah, let's see what that does. Okay, interesting. So that
Big
makes sense.
pull.
Right, yeah, so big pull. That spin, but the spin didn't drop down a massive amount,
No.
right? So it only came down about 1,000, which, I mean, compared to the last one that was the
Yeah.
highest spin one you hit, that's a pretty good.
Okay, let me sling one. Let's
you
just
wanna
see what
hit one hard?
happens.
Okay, let's see it. Nice.
I was like, I tried to big swoop it.
Yeah, you don't do that very often. I like
No,
it.
I was just goofing around.
I
But
missed that though. I like seeing that from you. That was good. I mean, and again, numbers are great. I mean, if we look at the average, you hit that in the center of the face. But look at kind of the averages there: 175 carry, 185 total, 5,500 spin, launching at 17. Very much what we expect out of a player's iron. Obviously, if this was a distance iron, we'd probably expect 8 to 10 yards more for Matt.
Yeah,
A little bit
less
more ball
spin,
speed,
yeah.
less spin, exactly, maybe a higher launch. But at 88 miles an hour, that's pretty darn good. Peaking out at 100 feet. So once we hit the tee, we'll kind of compare some stuff. But do you mind if I hit it and try it?
yeah,
I haven't
give
really
it some
hit
real speed. Nobody wants to watch me waft
Well,
at
this
it.
is my first swings of the day.
All right. Do you want me to clear the specs, or are you just going to whack it?
No, that's okay.
Your first swing of the day was better than my last swing of the day.
Okay, that was pretty solid. So I hit that a little off the bottom, it felt like, but I'll take that.
Yeah, a bit of a
for
miss.
start. Yeah.
So I like the misses get up in the air, right? And generally with players' clubs, the misses don't get up in the air as well. So that's where we get that forgiveness.
Exactly. That was solid.
It's really good.
Yeah, it is really good.
So yeah, I would probably, at first glance, I'm like, this is for the really elite ball strikers.
Yeah. I don't think
I could see a double-digit handicap playing this, no
I
problem.
know. Like, I'm going to try and
Maybe not in a 4-iron, but like up
Yeah.
to a 7-iron.
For sure,
no
for sure.
problem.
And you could almost blend it with a more forgiving set too,
Yeah,
in that sense.
yeah.
So I'm going to try and hit one a little bit out on the toe.
Okay.
Dead off the toe.
Yeah, big time.
That's like as far out of the toe
Yeah,
as I
you
can
almost
hit it.
didn't catch grooves.
And that's look at that.
And it still went far. So that's a nice thing, right? When it's got that meat behind it to keep the ball speed up when you
That's the
toe
thing.
it.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Can you show me a cold top? How does it feel when you cold top it?
Let's see. So this is my favorite.
Mark's really good at this cold
favorite
top.
one.
Really. Check this out. It's so awesome.
So that flew launched at 62. That's as high as I launched anything.
This is perfect.
Look at that
That is
efficiency.
something that we do need to include in the screen record, by the way, to show what Mark's cold top is.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
TrackMan's like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hit a bit of a cut. Or
Yeah.
try
Let me
to,
see.
just
Work it the other way.
curious. it's good.
Yeah,
it's
really good,
easy
huh?
to hit. It's easy to shape.
Yeah.
I mean, that was as much as I can cut.
But the
anything,
cuts don't
so
spin up a ton, so you can kind of work it both ways and not lose as much yardage,
Still
right?
carried 176, right? So if I
Yeah.
turn it the other way now, one more. Let's see what that does. That was a groove low.
Nice. It's
Same carry. So
if
I
you're
mean,
a
again,
ping fan, if you're a small iron fan, this is something you definitely need to test.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I mean,
Really
again,
good. We do have them here at the Smash Factory, so if you are in London or the area and you want to do a comprehensive fitting, I know a guy, his name's Mark.
Absolutely.
He's tall, he's good at golf.
Absolutely.
He likes building golf clubs. And if you're lucky, you'll show up and I might crash the party and come in, say hello, make myself a coffee, and then leave.
come on in, please. No, and test them because, like, honestly,
They're good.
Like I said earlier, I fit a guy who I didn't expect to fit into these the other day. That never happened one time with T100. It was always,
You knew, yeah.
hey, these are too small. I'm not going to hit them
Yeah.
all. I let the guy hit them 10 or 15 times, and he hit them better than everything else. So
Okay, hit the shit out of one, thump it, just for fun.
All right, let's see.
I mean, I know it's not a distance iron, but hit it 190 for me. Let me see it. That's hit hard.
That's a pretty hard, yeah. Yeah, but I mean,
There's
that's
your 190.
nice to see, though. Is like, it's not going way too far. It's not
Yeah.
not spinning when it
Yeah.
hits off the low.
So
portion of the
it's
face, so.
again, you're not going to get a lot of surprises, which is nice, right? That's something that happens with distance irons. You might get the odd hot one that doesn't spin and it goes 15 yards further, which can get you in a lot of trouble.
Exactly.
Uh,
I mean,
it's
it's
really
it's
good.
very consistent, right? I mean, and I'm
Really, that went 197.
well, yeah. So I mean, like, again, good carry numbers, good everything, good
good.
height, love it. So
Good.
we're gonna compare it to the T
Okay,
now.
let's hit the. Would this be considered the little brother? It's kind of the big brother that's smaller.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
You gonna hit it?
hey, whatever you want.
Well,
You want to test it?
I don't want to follow you because I'm.
I'm gonna hit it. All right. All right. Well, let me hit it, and then if you want to try it, you can test
Yeah.
it out. But so this is the T, same loft, so 33 degrees.
And see, that's what I'd want to play because I love the look of it. What I should play this for
Yeah,
sure.
it's lovely. It is a beautiful iron.
Yeah.
So I mean, very very simple. Ping doesn't often do that, but there's really not a logo on there, just the Blueprint logo. This is just a fitting iron head, so the hosel a little bit thicker. But looking down at it, I mean, it's smaller for sure, and there's almost like, comparatively, if that has no offset, this has a little bit of onset almost.
Yeah, this has, I mean, very, very little.
Yeah,
very
and it's
little,
it's
but-
pretty small. I think like
And the way this neck is shaped too, it makes it look like there's a bit more.
it does, because it's a little bit larger to
Yeah.
have the shafts fit in there, but looks fantastic. A small little toe, and I mean, I like the way it looks, so I'm gonna try it here. Obviously, just off the heels of hitting that S, we'll see if we can kind of get a comparison. Oh my God, did that feel way
I
better?
was just gonna say that was flushed.
So that, to me,
So first swing carried 182 and a half.
that felt better, softer, a little
wow.
more responsive. That I could tell I hit that in the center of the
Yeah, that was beautiful. Give me another one. Simple, clean. Wow. So you hit
It feels
that
amazing.
better than this.
For sure I do.
So again, that goes to show you, right? The Blueprint, which is a blade, they call it a muscle back. It's a blade.
It's a blade. Yeah.
It does have the tungsten weight in the toe, a little bit more forgiveness,
Just launched that higher, got more ball speed.
but you get more out of that with the way you deliver the club to the ball.
Yeah.
That's a golf club where you need to find the center of the club face to be able to have it function.
That's
Man,
as good
you're
as an iron
really
feels.
good with this thing.
Watch that. I tried to hit a little cut. Perfect. That's
And
as,
it's following the line and
Yeah.
falling right. That's good.
that, you know, the cool thing about this is, like, obviously I feel I've hit more shots than I have
Yeah.
as I'm getting warmed up, but so I'm feeling a little bit faster, but it feels better. Like, it feels softer. And I mean, obviously everybody and their mother wants to play a smaller iron that looks like that.
Yeah, all you golf purists, this is going to be the one.
This thing's
But
amazing.
the tungsten weight in the toe will give you a little bit more.
And you know what? I like the previous Blueprint a lot. So this had to be better. Like, and I'm glad that they did come up with something better, because the reality is with Ping is they don't really do that unless there is a reason. So,
Yeah, they don't launch stuff just for the sake of launching
okay, that's
stuff.
dude, that's as good as an iron feels.
Okay, I got to hit it then.
Yeah, you got to try that. That's look at that.
I don't want to follow that.
It's amazing.
Oh my God.
Well, that was fun.
All right, give me one. Yeah, so when I set it down, I'm like, oh, that's home. It is beautiful.
God, it looks good.
It's got a tiny, tiny toe box, very, very thin top line. There's about just enough room for the ball to fit on the face, and that's about it.
Yeah, exactly. But for me, I mean, I think I've realized that like an iron like that that's a little bit smaller, the center is a little bit hotter because when you pull mass and you move the weight to the exteriors, you lose a little bit of center strike.
So that was a little open, but
don't they feel like
they're really solid.
they feel very solid? Yeah, that would be the word that I would explain.
Oh,
too.
they're
It's
good.
Like, I mean, again, like don't take just because I'm talking so highly about this. Don't take anything away from the Blueprint S. It still feels great. It's still a forged product from Ping, which when they forge a product, it always feels really good. But I'm just used to an iron like that, and obviously, in my heart of hearts, I would prefer to play that. But I mean, that's good, man. I mean,
They feel good.
they feel very good. And what I noticed, like technically, the difference between the two for me is I felt like I launched that a little bit higher than I did the S. And I think for me, it spun a fraction more. And when I hit it out of the center of the face, I got a little bit more ball speed. But the reality is like, I'm someone who plays a muscleback iron, and I play a Mura MB101, which it already is a pretty small, pretty unforgiving iron.
Yeah.
So going to this is a bit of a transition for me, and I kind of have to get used to it for my eye. But looking at that, it's like, ooh, I could play that instantly.
You could see like that in a 3 and 4 iron
Oh,
maybe, and then
a
you'd go to
1,000,000%.
these. Yeah.
Absolutely, because like
Yeah.
for me, I think 5 iron is kind of the place where I start to think about it. If there's an iron that I think would look good in a 5 iron that's like this, I would play it. Whereas 6 up, I want to play muscle backs. So really good. And they just,
These are awesome.
They feel like
Yeah,
you
so
can cut them, draw them,
Yeah.
hit them high, hit them low.
So for me, it's like I could play this in probably 7 and up.
Yeah.
Probably maybe 8 and up, and then I'd go to. But
yeah. But for those of you at home, like come test them. Because
Yeah, they're good.
They're better than. Well, they're more forgiving than again they look, and I think S is a beautiful example of that, of a traditionally lofted iron that you get some great ball speeds out of that isn't super high spin, so you can get some good launch angles and good consistency without having something that is super unforgiving.
Yep.
That you
Beautiful.
can still kind of work and stuff like that. So,
right.
anyways, appreciate
more
it.
questions, lots more reviews. Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
Donate money. We should start a GoFundMe.
Yeah, we should exactly for all
Yep.
these darn golf clubs.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Talk to you soon.